Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, Detector Trader at Trader.com. It's Tuesday, April the 4th. These are the charts of the day. Well, it wasn't quite turnaround Tuesday, but the market did go back up a little bit, and it's still beneath resistance. You got to get above the current levels where we close. We'll see how tomorrow is, if there's a follow through or not. Then I'm going to go over some longs and shorts today. There was interesting activity on some longs, but we certainly had some great stuff going on the short side in some of our short swings. BlackBerry, however, is emerging. It looks like big volume is traded in the last 3 days. Now, 2 days ago on earnings, the stock exploded from gapped up from the 695 area, closing at 775, up about 80 cents. It traded a whopping 53.8 million, and then followed up yesterday with a little bit of an inside day after pulling back. Today it popped out, and that's a good thing because I think at this point, with resistance right about there, the stock may very well test 8.5 as quickly as tomorrow morning. And through that zone, we could very well see 9.5 or even 11 going forward. I may put a swing on it. I want to see how the action is the next day or two. If it does get through this zone of resistance around the 8.5 range, that could be big. Perhaps if it follows through and then pulls back and gives us a test, we may go for it. There are 13.5 days to cover short. With a nice big enough base like that, we could see that stock make a move from here. CONN as well, with a breakaway gap through the declining top line and the 50-period moving average, right up to resistance before backing up, and net up 245 or 29% on 4.75 million. That's huge volume for that stock. And with 17.4 days to cover short, I'm sure that was part of it. Wouldn't be surprised though if we get a follow through that takes us near 12.5, followed by a swing trade potential at 14.5. Big day for GoGo as they announced the big deal with Airbus. The stock popped from 1094 to 1205 and backed off to 1165. Net though up 74 cents, nearly 7%, and traded 3.33 million. With 13.7 days to cover, we're going to watch this carefully because if GoGo gets through 1230 as early as tomorrow, it may very well quickly test up near 13.5 3/4, with the next resistance lies in that zone there. And through that, you can see 15. So those are my targets going forward, about 13, let's call it 13 3/4 and 15. Guidewire, recommended by Goldman Sachs, put on the conviction list today, popped and ran all day, closing up 332 or almost 6%, 3/4 million shares, which is solid volume for that stock, as you can see. It popped out across the falling channel over the last 4 weeks, but held the trend line yesterday, and today reversed sharply. I'm going to be watching this double top right about the 59 3/4 range, 59.5 3/4. We get through that, we should see a quick test of 16.5. But what I'm really looking for, once he gets through that zone, is a move up to 64. It's 11.3 days to cover on that one. Good day for Ren as it snapped back through the 50, through the declining top line, lateral resistance, all in one fell swoop today. That I like. I'm looking for a retest of 49, and then I'm looking for mid-50s. 4.4 days to cover in that. TTMI with a nice pop, broke out, spiked from 1597 to 17.25, closed 1706, up 133. 8.5% on 3.3 million. As you can see, the volume was solid today, best volume in several weeks. What I'll be watching for tomorrow is, can it get up and through the 1785 area? If so, 19.5 and 21 are my targets going forward, and you can see that with almost 10 days to cover, we may very well get a little thrust. I'm normally fond of the commodity ETFs, but the gas ETF is moving. Today was significant in that it went through resistance and the 50-day moving average. Although it closed at the top of this little channel, the feeling is it's going to accelerate. Looking for 26 and 33, 34 going forward for this one. Vertex, well, a few days ago, big drug news. It popped from under 90 to 112, and then for the last 3 days, it's been consolidating. But today, popped from 107 to 112.69 and closed 112.29 at 4.5%. With nearly 3 million traded in solid volume, watch resistance right through here, because if we get through that, we may very well see 130.35 zone. That's my target on a swing for this one. A quick look at some box of shorts today. There was some activity and some good activity. Acuity Brands got crushed for 30 points. This box is short, as you can see, after it got crushed in here, it formed a wedge and ran up to fill the gap and then rolled over till they get back down to the bottom of the channel. With multiple lows in here and the channel bottom in here, I would tend to want to cover to see if the stock forms some kind of consolidation like it did here when it bounced and here when it bounced. But nevertheless, a good day for that on the short side. AZO had a good day as it broke down through 700, closed at 696.67, down 402. Not a big loss, but a key was it took out some support. It may very well be headed down towards the 682, maybe even 668.70 range. Those are my targets going forward. FPRX continues to look ugly. The bear flag may have even broken today as it dropped down a small fraction, but you can see how, for me, this looks like it may be headed towards the high 20s. Jack in the Box continues to form a large rising bear wedge. With the 50-day moving average and the declining top line right here, this is the area I want it to fail in. Keep an eye on it. We do not want this over 102.5, 3. The targets are going to be down in the 93, 91 zone, 91, 93, and then looking for 82, 84. Well, Ralph Lauren may have broken today. Stock, as you can see, dropped 363 or 4.5%, and definitely took out that bear flag pattern. To me, if this is wave 5 beginning, we could see the stock near 60 pretty soon. Sally Beauty still looking ugly, and you can see the rollover today for another 64 cents at 3%, making new lows, new closing lows, looking for a test of 18.5 and then 16. Signet Jewelers also breaking a bear wedge, looking like it's completed that pattern, down $1.87. Looking for a test of 62 and then 57, 8 range, something like that. Tempur Sealy TPX looks like it's about to roll over. After a nasty drop at the end of January, it's taken about a month and a half, 2 months to consolidate in a big bear wedge. And folks, if that breaks, you're going to see 37 and maybe all the way down to the high 20s eventually. Ubiquity Networks also looks like it may be on the verge of a crackdown. That big drop here, followed by the rebound, and this consolidation flag, whatever you want to call it, wave 1 and 2. Wave 3 begins, we can see low 40s. And lastly tonight is Right Express, WEX, also dropping $1.55 and closing near 100, right near where support is, and if this breaks here, I'm looking for another 10 points to the downside. That's the long and short of it, everybody. Let's see how the market does tomorrow. We got some good ideas. Take it easy.